Check out my new rig, huh? On my back, hands-free, all my hand tools that I originally had in my Milwaukee 13-inch box are now on my back. I got all these little loops and things I can attach stuff to. Tape measure on this side, got a couple things of tape and a flashlight. Very nice. Love the Vito. Okay, just like I promised, I'd give you an update on the Vito Tech Pack, this high-vis Tech Pack that I have. Right off the bat, I got a couple hoses here for draining tanks, whether it be pressure tanks or water heaters or the like. Got a couple bits in here, my 5/16 and quarter, and a couple right there. Got a bunch of more bits in here, and I'm going to organize a couple of these automatic adjusting cobras. 12-inch cobras, 7-inch alligators, 10-inch pliers wrench, a bunch of screwdrivers and strippers, and just picked this reflex up last night. A couple things there, tubing cutter down in there, and this is why I wanted the M12 impact and drill. What we got here is that I have this hanging off the loop up there, and I have this drill sitting down in there so I can close it, zipper it up, and go. Got my hammer, reamer tool, stud finder, got a couple of things in here. Not quite completed yet, but we are 95% of the way there. So today, what our setup is going to consist of is a water treatment system here on the left of the pressure tank, where it comes in from the well outside. We have a sulfur removal system for a very low amount of sulfur. It will remove that. Any more, it will be a problem. So this is the perfect system for here. This is going to be the softener. So we're gonna. Do you mind? Right, just a quick change of pace. I go outside. So we're at this new house. Just finished up all the air conditioning, plumbing stuff. Just finished this house up. Inspection was like half an hour ago. Final inspection was half an hour ago. So I go outside, looking outside. You can't really see it. It's already getting nice and snowy and freezing rain and all that, right? Yeah, that's bits of freezing rain, or like chunks of ice, honestly. So, for the final inspection, okay, so you get an idea of the weather, right? Just forget that, I'm going inside. So for the final inspection, I have to do an air test. Like I have to isolate the whole house from the outside, from the vents in the roof, cap them off, put a little air pressure on it, just like 1-inch water column, right? You guys, you know what I'm talking about. I go up on the roof to try to cut these caps off, and I'm slogging through feet of mud, whatever, maybe not that much. Lovely, lovely. And I get my ladder. Of course, I'm tracking up mud up my ladder. I try to get on the roof. Ice. The whole thing is ice. It was raining earlier. Now it's freezing. The whole thing's ice. I can't touch that. Got nothing. I don't even care. Not even worth my while trying to fight that when I could just come back another day. So close to getting this done. They can still use everything in the house. Still flush the toilet. Still run the shower. But they just might hear a gurgling maybe. But I doubt it. We'll be back. Right now, reattention my focus on here, and those going there. Okay, just as a quick update. Basically, you got to prep the softener valves. Or excuse me. In this case, specifically speaking, we're focusing on the iron removal. Excuse me, the sulfur removal system right now. What I had to do right now is fill it up with water, at least to cover that catalytic carbon down there. So I have the carbon soaking. And while I prep the bypass valve here, I got my inlet and my outlet. That'll work out well where it's going to sit. I'll show you when it's up and running. Focus. And I had to take this piece off. The screw's in here, so I can get into that to fill it with water a little bit. I will put that back in place, and then I will set the control valve on top of this. Tighten that up. And then this control head assembly sits on that piece I just threaded in this tank and tightens with this little plastic band. Get this tightened down, and we'll let the water saturate into the carbon while we set up the rest of the system. Figure out what I was doing?
Yeah.
Why is it any of his business?
That is a heavy duty selfie stick.
Multi-purpose. No, I put in the softener and the sulfur filter. And in doing so, I had to put the discharge line somewhere. So these go out to the field tile. I opened up the sump pump line. And now I gotta hook back up. Does that make sense now? So a couple of the guys came over here while I was kind of wrapping things up, and they needed to move a gas line. One of our other guys, it needed to go from that hole over to that hole. I guess they're done now. So that the gas stove could fit back properly. That's cool. Good job, guys. Way to figure it out. It's wrapping up. I just got to support these on the wall. Clamp these on the wall better. Tidy those up, make those look pretty. So I basically use this 3/4 PVC line. That's actually perfectly level. There's no need to make that drain sloped. I mean, it's basically kind of like an extension of the water lines. And that goes out to a drain out in the field. The sanitary sewer is elsewhere, so there's no connection to that. We got a recirculating loop for the hot water out to the house. Check valve prevents any cross-contamination, crossover between the cold and hot. A watts timed circulator pump. And now we wait for the electrician so that he can run his wire, put the receptacle, and I can do my programming on both of these, which is basically just setting the time for this and setting the hardness for this. That pretty much wraps up this here. Nothing else that I'm doing here. That's about it until electrician gets here and the weather lets me get up on the roof. So I'm gonna put this back together. Be good to go. What do you think about this stuff? I've been using the OD Fusion single step PVC glue. I don't need any primer or cleaner. Worked pretty good so far. Here in this area, we're not required to use purple primer for inspection. They don't care. All they care about is it doesn't leak, it's done right, you know. That's one specific detail they do not care about. So we just don't use it because it's a mess if it ever gets anywhere that you don't want it to get. How you doing, young man?
Gang gang.
What's that supposed to mean?
You're my friend.
Oh no, that's just...
Put on a show for him. Put on a show for him. Let him know.
She was a little cuckoo.
Let him think that we actually like each other.
Good idea.
Yeah. Where is that again?
It's right there. Here's your manifold. Hit the valve.
No, not the valve. The actual.
Oh, it's over here.
Termination. Where is it?
You know where it goes to?
Ladder. Go to the ladder.
You might need that. Here's the T, and it goes over there.
Perfect.
Perfect. That's it. Let's go home. I'm gonna have this guy clean up my mess for me. Right? You're gonna clean up all my cardboard.
What's up?
You're gonna clean up all my cardboard, all my mess, so that I can get out of here.
No.
Just messing. Come on. You can take us serious.
Yeah. Hey. Dude, that thing is sharp. Yeah.
That the one he sharpened?
Yeah.
You're a little bit of a crazy guy.
Dude, I was in there just like, Ninja! Careful, you might
Look what you did. Look what you did.
Made it easier.
You made it harder for him to clean up the cardboard.
Well, he stabbed me.
Well, he stabbed me.
Probably like 7 times.
Mommy, he started it.
You went with it. You went with what?
Right.
Let me get some candy. Gentlemen, thank you. Thank you so much. Now you're gonna make me put these salt bags in here?
Yes. Whoa. Perforation.
They're in the same spot. Yeah, it's not getting any prettier out there. It's just nasty. Oh boy. That's what we needed. Just need to put a few more things back in my truck. The guys did a helpful job of bringing a few items up for me. And as you've seen me using this before, it has a forklift function. And this garage is echoey. Basically, it has a forklift function where this front stage lifts up and down independent of the rest of it, and then the back portion is the stair climber area of it. And that was super awesome today because I had 2 items to load up in my truck, and it worked out really well. Okay, that's about it. Time to head home, see what's going on. Hopefully I don't get stuck or run across someone who is stuck and get delayed because of it. Hurrah! So right now we just arrived at a house that my work order said that the well pump is continuously running at this location. So from that I can realize that it is a jet pump, which is a pump that is in the basement or in a part of the house where it's actually in the house and not out in the yard down in the well. And that it's running, so we have a couple things to consider. Maybe that's plugged down in the well. I hope it's not plugged. The pipe that goes down in the well is not actually plugged. So we'll see what it is. And they're always happy, of course, when it's something simple. I'm always happy when it's something I have with me that I can fix. And we're all set. But we'll see how tonight goes. This is the first of a call that I don't know if we'll get any more. We'll take it one at a time and see how it goes in this one, and I'll let you know what happens. See how lovely the weather is outside. So this is an interesting one with their pressure tank and the pressure, or the pump, the well pump itself. It wouldn't get above 25 psi, so I shut it down and I drained everything, and so it was down to 0 pounds, no pressure in any of the system, even the well pipe itself. I'm not really sure what's going on because I started it up, I drained it down to 0 a couple times, and it's getting up to pressure. I believe it's something to do with the foot valve down in the well casing, so I'm going to see if they want to change that out, but maybe we can reschedule it for another day where I have a little bit of light and nicer weather to work in. It's working right now. The system is working perfectly fine right now, so I'm going to pull that out and look at it some other day, or maybe even tomorrow being Saturday, but we'll see what they want to do. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, that's kind of it for me on this place. They just wanted me to come back when it was more, when the weather was more cooperative, so I agreed with them. They're just in the same town that I live in. This job is not going to be inconvenient for me to take care of it. And even if I have to come back tomorrow on a Saturday or a Sunday, I have to go get some pipe myself anyways to replace the line going down to the well. So it turned out pretty well. It turned out pretty good. If I would have had to go back and get some pipe and come back, I would have done it, but they said, no, just wait. Just wait until the weather cooperates. So, okay, we'll see ya. Woo! How about this weather, though? Oh, yeah. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. I really hope I don't have to go out tonight. This morning was about 45, no, maybe about 40 degrees, maybe a little bit colder. That dropped quick. I think it's about 20 degrees now, and it is blowing like a trucker. Blowing by like a trucker. Here we go. Here we go. I'm just going to go get my son right now. He's at my wife's grandma. I really hope I don't have to go out tonight. I'm just thankful for a nice service van that starts up like that and can heat me up. I just hope I don't get stuck too, because there's ice everywhere and there's snow drifts in perfect places on the road just for me to drive through and get stuck. Hey, what's up? I'm back here in my office, whatever. My son's asleep. I'm waiting for my wife to get home from her job. And I'm finally doing something that is going to be a big step in getting these videos a little bit better. Finally getting a what I hope is going to be a decent computer video editing software. Video, sound, audio, and photo editing software. Hopefully this is a good one. That way I can have better control over things. I hope this is a good one. And yeah, I have been doing video edits on my phone all along. And to think back on it, it's like, are you kidding me? It was a bit of a pain, but it was fun, and I like doing it. I think I'm going to really like doing this. Hope it'll work out. It's a Cyberlink Power Director, or Director Suite. This will be like 3 videos after I start using this, because I've got like 2 vlogs backed up to start using this, and hopefully I can whip them out a little bit quicker than on my phone, because that takes a little bit of time, or quite a bit of time actually. It's just stepping up my game here. So once I get this up and running and see how it goes, I should be, well, I will be way better set than the software, than the app that I had on my phone. Even though the app on my phone was pretty good, this will be night and day, so much better. So keep this going. Alrighty, thanks for your patience. Thanks for joining along. We'll see where this goes. Till next time.